Hello, worldies! It's me again. I'm back giving you all the latest on the World Cup. And this time, what am I going to talk about? I'm going to talk about the best 11 players statistically and also from the fans' point of view. The best 11 players in this particular World Cup so far. We're only talking group stages here, so bear with me on that. Well, first of all, Honduras. Okay, they're not a player, but they've got a nice big H on their shirts, or they did have till they got knocked out. They certainly know where to kick someone in a place that's painful, and they've got 5 stars on their H, and I'm still yet to work out what those 5 stars stand for. And answers on a postcard, please. Meanwhile, statisticians claim the best goalkeeper of the tournament in the group stages was Vincent Enyama of Nigeria. The fans disagree. They picked out Guillermo Ochoa, and the Mexican goalkeeper did very well, of course, even against Holland. I cannot believe that Mexico got knocked out by Holland in the knockout stages, but it happened. And Ochoa had another good game. He really looked like he was going to be on the winning side, but alas, it was not to be. Let's look at the defence now, and according to Opta, the statisticians, going from right back to left back, let's do it that way as opposed to the way they wanted us to do it. Dani Alves of Brazil would be the right back. Centre backs Danny Van Boyten and Gary Medel, just to prove you don't need the Christian name of Danny to get into this selection. Of Chile, Chile obviously knocked out as well by Brazil, and then we've got Chiellini. They got knocked out in the group stages, but Chiellini also lost a bit of his flesh from his shoulder blade thanks to a certain Luis Suarez. So that's the defence as picked by the statisticians. Let's see how that differs from what the fans say. The fans say Serge Aurier, linked with Arsenal but currently with Toulouse. He could be the right back of the tournament, certainly of the group stage part of the tournament. And then they picked another right back, which was interesting. Dani Alves. That's the fans' choice as left back, I'm presuming. Then we've got Thiago Silva. He could play central defence and certainly does a good job doing that for Brazil. And finally, Rafa Marquez of Mexico. Unfortunate to go out at this stage of the tournament, but at least they made the knockout stages, so no shame there, is there? Then looking at the midfield, let's look at the midfield. As far as the statisticians are concerned, Opta being representative of those statisticians, Juan Cuadrado of Colombia, who have advanced to the next stage of the knockout part of the World Cup, and James Rodriguez with a fantastic goal. You can see why those two have made the grade, but Arjen Robben, as good as he is, to me, he's not really a midfielder. He's more forward than that. He could be played in midfield, I suppose, but anyway, the statisticians would play him there. I think the fans would differ. And the fans have in fact gone for the following players. Toni Kroos of Germany. He's had a reasonable World Cup, to say the least. Probably better than that. And then Arturo Vidal is another player they've picked. And as well as that, they've gone for Francis Valbuena. He's had a pretty good World Cup, judging by the amount of times his name's come up in commentaries. And I often judge it that way. If I hear a guy's name coming up a lot, particularly when I'm not watching as intently as I should be, I tend to go on the commentators' comments. But perhaps I shouldn't do that. Looking at the attack, as far as statisticians are concerned, they've gone for Neymar. No surprises there. Benzema of France and Messi of Argentina. So let's see how the fans have differed in that respect. But they've gone for Thomas Müller, who looks like he could end up winning the Golden Boot. The German international, certainly on fire. Arjen Robben moves from midfield to attack as far as the fans are concerned, and no arguments there. And finally, the last player picked by the fans, also picked by the statisticians, Lionel Messi of Argentina. So it will be no surprise really if he actually goes on to win the World Cup with Argentina, and that would be very much like Arsenal winning the championship at White Hart Lane. So don't be surprised if it happens. We shall see. Until next time. Away!